year, and that's the key. And so I'm not going to do a lot of talking in past tense or future tense. The game tonight was really a lot like the rest of our season. There was a lot of different things inside of it, but at the end of the day, you've got to put stops together. You've got to make shots, and you've got to be connected. And that's exactly what they were. And we did that against a team that can do the same thing in the case of Iowa. And certainly we'll see much the same thing when we play Maryland on Sunday. As far as winning a championship with this group, I probably don't have I don't have all the words figured out for that yet. I just know it's an absolute honor to be with them every day, and it has been. And I love them as much now as I loved them in the Duke locker room, because I believed in them then. We had a lot of room to get better. There's no doubt about that. And certainly we weren't at that place yet, but the ingredients were there. The ingredients of workers, the ingredients of guys that cared about one another, guys that wanted to improve, guys that were working hard, and it continued to get better and better. And the reason it got better and better is because they treat every day for what it is. And as corny as it sounds, they treat every day as the most important day they have. And they've shown that. Or I don't think we could win a championship in this league without it. They have not overlooked. They haven't stayed behind. They haven't looked ahead. They've been absolutely focused on what they need to do to get better that day. And hopefully we've got a lot more basketball in us, because I'm really enjoying being with them. So, go ahead.
First question. Go ahead. I guess, how sweet is it just to win a title outright on the road, something you guys did 3 years ago?
Well, I think, and they saw some clips of that today in a video, how we won that game. I think it is because it's the challenge of who you're playing. And, all we've done is play the game that's been on our schedule. Once the non-league games are up, then it's what the Big Ten gives you. And when you play Iowa like this and to beat somebody that we have so much respect for, I have respect for him on a professional level. I have equally as much respect for him on a personal level, he and his wife and family. And in the case of Fran, so to win like that, and when you respect, you feel for them too. So I really do. Those players at Iowa have put so much into it, and they've been great models of this league. I'm sure they've been great models of Iowa, but they've been great models for this league and for college basketball in the way that they play. And so to win a game like that against that kind of challenge, that's something that'll be even sweeter, much like it was that year when we beat Michigan when they had so much on the line. So when you're winning a title against a team that's got the same thing at stake, that's a big deal.
Alex?
They got some momentum late in the first half, and I think second half you guys came out and scored 6 of the first 7 points. How big was it in the second half? And I guess kind of take that momentum.
It was really important. I mean, it was going to be a 40-minute game. I mean, that's what you brace for, and all week long was, we just got to win by 1, right? We just got to win by 1, and kept referring to the scoreboard. We either up, or it was tied, or we were down 1 or 2. Did we get down 2? Did we get down 3? 2, right? So it was right there, right? And there was, what I liked is I think they were looking at me, and they didn't see any doubt in me. And I was looking back at them, and I didn't see any doubt in them. So it's going to be a game of runs. And as long as you're trying to make your adjustments, as long as you're learning from it, and I think that's key. I mean, it's silly to think they weren't going to go on a run. They're too good, right? And we had a couple things not go our way, and we had a lot of different lineups tonight, more than usual because of the foul situation. So I think the fact that we got our confidence shooting the ball in the first half, 60% really helped us. And in the second half, we knew we were going to have to be even better than what we were in transition. And we weren't going to. I mean, I don't think we might shoot 60% in the second half, but to bring them down even another step was the key to the game.
Tom, we talked about.
I know that Tom, I know you said you don't want to talk too much about the past or the future, but this is kind of, I guess, 6 years you spent with Yogi. If you go back to when he committed. I know he was with you.
Longer than that, in all honesty. I remember met him as a freshman. Driving him around on a golf cart at Indiana as a freshman.
I know you obviously had him in 2013, but what does this mean for you with him as a senior, and frankly, the way he's played in the Big Ten.
But what we're going to do this week is, because there's no way you're going to pull the Roy Firestone on me when we get back home, so I'm not going to start it now, but we'll put out some quotes on this because I don't want to go down that road. But I will say this, what he has done, and said this, I learned this, Matt Nover was actually in our practice yesterday, and came into the film room with us, and I didn't know this till last night. 89-93, right? 89 and 93, Matt Nover was the last Indiana player to play on 2 outright champions.
Yes.
Is that right? Yogi Ferrell's got that now, right? That's a pretty big deal. Here's how I would sum up Yogi. He came in a champion. He helped us win a championship the first year, and so far right now he's got one as a senior. I'd say that's pretty remarkable. A lot of growth in between. All right, a lot of great days, a lot of hard days, but I love him to death, and to be a part of it with him and to watch him grow is fantastic. And I think he's showing that he is not only one of the best defenders in this league, but in the entire country. I mean, Peter Jock was averaging 25 in the previous 4 games. I think it was 20, but he had one span where he was averaging 25.